Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, so still many students have to join. You put a message that everyone should join. Can you all see my screen?
Ma'am, few people are unable to join, ma'am.
Why? What happened?
Don't know. They are texting in group.
Who is saying?
Kirtana,
Who?
Balaji, they are not there. Saying.
You ask them, no, what is the problem? Yes? Can you all hear me? Am I audible? Am I audible, students? Chandramohan? Am I audible? Am I audible, students? Chandramohan, I can't hear you.
You are audible.
Okay, fine. So 38 students have joined. Yeah. Who is having issues?
I'm
Can
audible, ma'am.
let me know the names?
Ma'am, Kirtana, she need to join it, ma'am. Can you unlock the meeting?
Ask them to keep trying. And who else?
Ma'am, meeting is locked, ma'am, so that only they are unable to join.
So I will give permission. I have given permission.
Okay, ma'am.
As I'll get a notification who's waiting, I'll give permission. Let them join. Anybody else is waiting? Is having any issues? So Pranita is waiting. Kirtana is also joining. Yeah, so 44 have joined. Anybody else is putting any message of having issues in joining? Chandramohan? One student has put Adhikari Ganesh. I have asked him to click on the link to join. Just help him. Can you all hear me? Ankit?
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll start.
Yes, ma'am.
So today we are going to discuss about polar plots. This topic is from module 4. As I told you earlier that we are left with only two topics, polar plot and Nyquist plot. We'll complete polar plot today and next week we'll complete Nyquist plot. With that we'll finish our syllabus. So let us see how polar plots are drawn for a given control system. Okay, and as you all know that polar plots are used to find stability of the system. Okay, so these plots, there are different plots which are used to find stability of the system. Each plot has got their advantages and disadvantages. Okay, it depends on the application which plot is to be used, right? So in polar plot, the magnitude of Gj omega Hj omega, as you all know that polar plot is again a frequency domain plot. Okay, so you will substitute S is equals to J omega. So in polar plot, the magnitude of Gj omega Hj omega is plotted against the phase angle of Gj omega Hj omega. It is magnitude versus phase plot for various values of omega varying from 0 to infinity. You'll vary the value of omega from 0 to infinity and plot the plot. In frequency domain, that is frequency response, we have magnitude represented by capital M, which is magnitude of Gj omega Hj omega, phase represented by phi, which gives you phase angle of Gj omega Hj omega. We can obtain the values of M and phi by varying the input frequency from 0 to infinity. Are you getting? You have to vary the input frequency omega from 0 to infinity and find out different values of magnitude and phase angle of a given transfer function. The result can be tabulated as below. So what you can do, you can take omega is equals to 0 and 2, 3 values in between and then infinity. And then you can find the value of magnitude represented by m0 is at omega is equals to 0, m infinity is at omega is equals to infinity. Similarly, phi 0 is phase angle at omega is equals to 0. Phi infinity is phase angle at omega is equals to infinity. Now the procedure to draw polar plots. Polar plots starts. So your polar plot starts at omega is equals to 0 and terminates at omega is equals to infinity. It always starts at omega is equals to 0 and terminates at omega is equals to infinity. Are you getting? First point. Are you getting first point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That means if you, in this table, if you draw only these two rows, then also you can find the starting and terminating point of your polar plot. Okay. Because your polar plot starts at omega is equals to 0 and it terminates at omega is equals to infinity. Second point, at omega is equals to 0, find magnitude m0 and angle phi 0, which is the starting point of your polar plot. Similarly, at omega is equals to infinity, find magnitude m infinity and angle phi infinity, which are your terminating points. Clear? Second point is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Manideep. And third point, find the angle of rotation. Now, what is angle of rotation? Angle of rotation can be found by using the formula phi infinity minus phi 0. Okay, so the angle at infinity minus angle at omega is equals to 0 gives you angle of rotation. And if the angle of rotation is positive, rotation should be anti-clockwise, and if the angle of rotation is negative, rotation should be clockwise. Read it out carefully. Done? Any doubts? Fine. So these are the 3 points. Polar plot starts at omega is equals to 0 and terminates at omega is equals to infinity. At omega is equals to 0, find the magnitude m0 and angle phi 0, which is your starting point. Similarly, at omega is equals to infinity, find m infinity and phi infinity, which are your terminating points. Now find the angle of rotation. Angle of rotation is phi infinity minus phi 0, and if the angle of rotation is positive, rotation should be anti-clockwise, and if the angle of rotation is negative, rotation should be clockwise. Let us see how. So let us solve a problem based on polar plot. Now consider a system, by mistake I wrote something, I have erased. Consider a system with open loop transfer function 10 by s, where t is, just ignore this. I had written another equation, but then later on I ignored this. So consider a system with open loop transfer function which is 10 by s. Obtain its polar plot. So I have taken a simple example first, then we'll be solving 3 problems based on it. Little tougher, and then the problem number 3 is a different type of problem. Now, to obtain its polar plot, what you're going to do is you have to obtain frequency domain transfer function first. How will you obtain frequency domain transfer function? By replacing S by j omega. So you have replaced S by j omega and you will convert this in polar form. So 10 plus j 0 upon j omega can be written as 0 plus j omega. So this is your transfer function in frequency domain. Then you have to find the magnitude of your Gj omega, Hj omega. So how will you find magnitude? It is capital M, which is equals to 10 by omega. And how will you find angle? Angle is, as you all know, how to find angle? Tan inverse imaginary part, that is 0, divided by real part upon 10. You have written angle for denominator at denominator, or else you can bring it to numerator by putting minus sign. You remember, minus tan inverse omega by 0 if you bring it to numerator. Okay, so I have written it denominator. So what is tan inverse 0? It is 0 degree. And what is tan inverse infinity? It is 90 degree. When you bring it back up, so it is becomes 0 degree minus 90 degree. So what it becomes? Minus 90 degree. Do you have any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Clear? Fine. So this minus 90 degree is clear, everyone. Since it is in denominator, when you bring it back to numerator, you will have to put minus sign here. Better you write in numerator form and then write minus 90. For various values of omega, capital M, that is magnitude, is changing, but angle remains constant for this particular example. That is minus degree. Let us draw the table and see how. So we'll draw the table, that is omega, magnitude and phase, and we'll fill the columns. Okay, so omega is equals to 0. Your magnitude becomes 10 by 0. 10 by omega is your transfer function. So your magnitude becomes infinity and angle remains at minus 90 degree. You can substitute and check. Okay, when your omega is increased further and you go to infinity, your magnitude becomes 0 and your phase angle becomes minus 90 degree. Now, you have understood from the table that your magnitude plot starts at omega is equals to 0 and it terminates at omega is equals to infinity. So, plot starts at, where will the plot start? It will start, what is the magnitude of starting point? Tell me, your plot starts at omega is equals to 0. That means it will start from, please respond all of you. It will start from,
Here's what I found on the web.
respond everyone.
It will start from the infinity.
Kuldeep, it will start from infinity. Very good. So the plot starts at infinity at an angle of minus 90 degree and it terminates at 0, that is at origin, along the axis of angle minus 90 degree, that is negative imaginary axis. Okay, let us see how. So your plot starts at infinity. What is your infinity point? Where is your infinity point? At minus 90 degree. So since you know that this is your plus 90 degree, your minus 90 degree will be this side. Some point towards infinity. You will mark that point as infinity at omega is equals to 0. Okay, and it will terminate. I hope I'm telling correct, right? Yeah, not omega is equals to infinity. At omega is equals to 0, that is magnitude is infinity. Okay. So at omega is equals to 0, you have to mark any point towards infinity here, towards minus 90 degree, any point at infinity. Okay. You have also calculated intermediate values, which is optional. Okay, but since you have calculated intermediate values, so you see at omega is equals to 10, the magnitude is 1. At omega is equals to 100, magnitude is 0.1. And finally, when omega reaches infinity, the magnitude becomes 0. Okay, so how will you plot it? From infinity, some point towards infinity, you will move. At omega is equals to 10, the magnitude is 1. At omega is equals to 100, the magnitude is 0.1. And finally, at omega is equals to infinity, the magnitude is 0 degree. I hope it is, the magnitude is 0. I hope it is clear that why have we chosen this axis? Because it is minus 90 degree, and you see that the angle remains constant for this particular question. It is minus 90 degree for all the cases. So all these points will come at minus 90 degree. And how will you identify minus 90 degree? It is just 90 degree and then opposite direction of 90 degree. 180 degree opposite to 90 degree becomes minus 90 degree. I hope I am clear. Do you have any doubt till this point? Do you have any doubt till this point? Vanilla?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Manideep. Anybody else?
No, ma'am. No.
Understood? Ankit?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So what is your polar plot for the given question? Polar plot is your negative imaginary axis. Why? Because your plot is in this direction till it starts from 0, it ends at infinity. So the entire negative imaginary axis is your polar plot. From infinity, it starts at infinity and ends at origin. That's the reason we have marked the direction of arrows in this way. We can't comment on clockwise and anti-clockwise for this question. This is just a simple question. For question number 2, we will be seeing. Okay. So, what is the polar plot for this question? It is negative imaginary axis. Now, what is the angle of rotation? Angle of rotation is phi infinity minus phi 0. Since the angle of rotation remains constant here, so it becomes 0. So the angle of rotation is 0, so you can't comment on the direction. You know, the last point, if the angle of rotation is positive, rotation should be anti-clockwise, and if it is negative, rotation should be clockwise. But we don't have any angular curve here. We have a straight line, so we'll just ignore this part for this particular question. Is that clear? You want me to repeat this, or everybody has understood?
Yes, ma'am.
You want me to repeat this, or you have understood?
Understood.
Everyone, so all of you have to draw this and upload in Google Classroom. I will not tell again and again. Those who are following the instructions will be benefited. Those who are not following the instructions will have to bear the consequences. Okay, so this question I have taken just to make you understand the procedure of drawing the polar plot. Question number 2, we will take care of few more points in question number 2. So consider a type 0 system, open loop transfer function g of s into h of s, which is equals to 1 upon 1 plus ts, where t is constant. Obtain its polar plot. Okay, so what are you going to do here? First, you will convert the transfer function in frequency domain. So you'll substitute S is equals to j omega. So it becomes 1 plus j0 upon 1 plus j omega t. Gj omega hj omega. M is equals to 1 upon under root 1 plus omega square t square. Now angle, how will you find? Phi is equals to tan inverse imaginary part, that is 0 by 1, upon tan inverse imaginary part, that is omega t by 1. When you bring it to numerator, it becomes 0 degree minus tan inverse omega t, and which is equal to minus tan inverse omega t. Now by substituting the value of omega, you will get different values of magnitude and phase angle. When omega is equals to 0, substitute omega is equals to 0. In magnitude equation, you will get magnitude is equals to 1. When you substitute here, you will get phase is equals to 0 degree. Take any one or two values, intermediate values. Anyways, these intermediate values will help you in plotting the curve, but you actually need only two values, 0 and infinity. Your plot starts at omega is equals to 0 and it terminates at omega is equals to infinity. You just need the starting and terminating point, but these intermediate points will help you. You can take one or two intermediate points. So if you take omega is equals to 1 by t, your magnitude comes 1 by under root 2. You can substitute and find out. And your phase angle comes tan inverse 1 becomes minus 45 degree. Minus tan inverse 1 becomes minus 45 degree. If you take one more angle 10 by t, your magnitude is 1 by under root 10 and your phase angle becomes minus 84.2 degrees. When you substitute omega is equals to infinity, your magnitude is 0 and your phase angle is minus 90 degrees. Any doubts still here?
No, ma'am.
This shows that the plot starts at, tell me, your plot starts at what magnitude? Tell me everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Your plot starts at what magnitude?
No, starts with 1 more.
It starts at 1 and it terminates at 0 with angle 0 degree and angle minus 90 degree. Let us see how. It shows that plot starts at 1 with an angle of 0 degree corresponding to omega is equals to 0 and it ends at 0 with an angle of minus 90 degree, that is at origin. Okay. Tangential to the axis of angle minus 90 degree corresponding to omega is equals to infinity. Have you understood this? Right. So from 0 degree, this minus 90 degree is tangential to the axis of angle minus 90 degree corresponding to omega is equals to infinity. Now let me show you how to draw the plot. The corresponding polar plot is semicircular. Let us see how. So the starting point is 1 at 0 degree. So this is your 0 degree angle. Take magnitude 1. Mark 0, 1. So this 1 at angle of 0 degree is your starting point. Right. Now what is your terminating point? At magnitude 0, but angle should be minus 90 degree. So minus 90 degree angle is here. Okay. And magnitude is 0. Okay. Right. So now, since it is tangential to minus 90 degree axis, can you tell me the angle of rotation for this particular question? What is the angle of rotation?
Minus 90 degree.
Minus 90 degree. It is phi infinity minus phi 0. So what is phi infinity here? Minus 90 degree minus 0. Okay. So angle of rotation. From angle of rotation, you will get to know that the angle of rotation is minus 90 degree. That's the reason you have taken the curve in this direction, not in this direction. I hope I'm clear. Do you have any doubt why the circle is taken in this direction, not in above direction? Because you have got 2 points. Now you have to join 2 points. Now these 2 points are joined with the help of a semicircle. I hope you are very much clear about it. Why? Your starting point is at 0 degree. Your ending point is at minus 90 degree. Magnitude is 1, magnitude is 0 here. So from 0 degree, you are going to minus 90 degree. How will you go? From 0 degree, you have to go to minus 90 degree. And what is the magnitude? Magnitude is 0. So obviously, from magnitude 1 at an angle of 0 degree to magnitude 0 at an angle of minus 90 degree, you will draw like this. Is that clear? Rotation of 90 degree clockwise. Now, what have you understood? That when your angle of rotation is negative, I told you, when your angle of rotation is negative, then your curve, if your angle of rotation is negative, rotation should be clockwise. Okay, so you see that angle of rotation is negative here, minus 90 degrees, isn't it? It is minus 90 degree. So the rotation should be, how should be the rotation? It should be in this direction or in this direction? Clockwise direction. You can verify it. Do you have any doubt till this point? Do you have any doubt?
Ma'am.
Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Understood, everyone? I want answer from everyone. Do you have you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Understood? Fine. Question number 3 we'll not be doing now. We'll be doing in our next class scheduled today. Otherwise, there will be confusion. So first you draw question number 1 and 2 in your notebooks and post the pics in Google Classroom. Make sure you follow the procedure as explained to you. If you have any doubts in any step, you ask the doubts. I'll clarify the doubts first and then we can proceed. Clear? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. So we'll end our class here. You can discuss in Google Classroom regarding the topics taught today. I'll be sharing these notes in Google Classroom today at the end of my second lecture. Also, as suggested by students that you want my notes in WhatsApp. So once I complete all the topics, I'll make a PDF and share notes from root locus like onwards till module 5. And till Routh-Hurwitz array, I had already shared my notes in WhatsApp. I hope all of you have my notes. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes? Okay, so remaining notes I'll share once in WhatsApp. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else you want? You want to ask any other doubt? Okay then. Thank you.